All right, back with Game 3 of the Stanley Cup final between the Hamilton Tigers of the National Hockey League and the Victoria Cougars of the Western Canada Hockey League. And last time these two teams met, it was a 4-0 shutout in favor, the Victoria Cougars won by a score of 4-0. In this one, through two periods of play, the Hamilton Tigers, because this year's going into the third period, in case I didn't say it off the top, the Hamilton Tigers have managed to put up a pair of goals here, both in the second period, one on the power play. However, the Cougars have also found a way to score four more goals here so far in the period. So we have a 4-2 score after two, where the Tigers face elimination here in Game 3 of a best of five. The Tigers, the Tigers and the Cougars somehow. The Cougars won Game 1 by his final score of 2-1, and then the second game it was that 4-0 shutout for Victoria. Here so far in Game 3, what's happened through two periods. I tried to write a little more for this one. I tried to note a little more. There was a brawl. That was the first thing of note. There was a brawl, though only two players ended up being penalized out of it. I assume it would have been like a line brawl. Who knows, in 25, maybe even a bench clearing one. But Red Green for instigating got 5-2. And Gord Fraser, he was basically Green's chief dance partner there with the 5-minute penalty. Of course, penalties might be a little more in line with other eras than they were in 1925. Again, to compromise the authenticity of that, you'd have to then change how the game is played again, and I'm already playing a hybrid system, so I know that I'm making some exceptions here and compromising a little. Anyway, it was and then Langlaw too for tripping, so I wrote down some minor penalties as well in the times for most of them. First getting on the board in the first period was Frank Fredrickson, who has 2 goals in this game from Wally Elmer. It was a power play goal, made it 1-0 for the Cougars at the time. That was in the Langlaw tripping call. And then Gord Fraser, who scored twice in Game 1 in the 2-1 game, so he scored both Victoria's goals in that game. He got one from Frank Foyston, who has also scored in the series. Foyston got the assist here to make it 2-0 for Victoria. And then it was Wally Elmer to the box for a pair. That was the only other thing of note late in the first period. In the second period, Clem Laughlin took a double minor for slashing, and that actually opened up it opened things up for Hamilton to get on the board, where Alex McKinnon from the point in the power play got Hamilton on the board really for the first time, I guess, and goodness, about 120 or 85 minutes, I guess, of hockey, if you're counting the 60 from the game before and then some, maybe 100 minutes or more. Shorty Green got the assist on that one there, McKinnon's power play goal. But then in the second, and again, this is probably skirting the rules here a little bit as they would have been in 25, playing more, because I mean this game too, much like Blue Zone hockey, the penalties are, which I use for most of this project, penalties are abstracted to include all eras, so I just go with the flow. So it was in the second portion of this double minor, Jack Walker. So finally the Tigers get a little momentum, but then Jack Walker restores that 2-goal gap, that 2-goal lead for the Cougars with a shorthanded goal there, and it was just 12 seconds after McKinnon had scored. And then Laughlin and Koch, actually I mentioned this one because Koch had a good scoring chance. Koch, who I moved on to line one in case I neglect to mention it later. I have made a couple of lineup changes, as I indicated I might, for the Hamilton Tigers. Again, with a roster of 10, it's hard to do too much, but what I did, I moved Charlie Koch up to the front line and Shorty Green to the second, so I split the Green brothers up, and then I put Alex McKinnon on the second defense pair to sort of balance it a little better, with the Randall and Langlaw there taking the top two, Jesse Spring and Alex McKinnon there third and fourth. But back to Clem Laughlin. Some defensive play, you call it a block, you can call it whatever you want. Charlie Koch had a scoring opportunity that was denied not so much by Hap Holmes, the Victoria goaltender, but by Clem Laughlin here in defense. Hap Holmes, meanwhile, though, he does have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, let me see if I'm still counting it correctly. Yes, I think so. I might be missing something here, but yeah. Holmes has at least 3 saves on shots that are on target anyway, to just 1 for Forbes. That has been one big difference here. And the Hamilton Tigers, honestly, though, in addition to getting outdueled, they've been outshot. Shots and goal are 26-20 after 2 periods in favor of Victoria, and they're just getting outplayed, outdueled, outshot. And so it was Fredrickson making it 4-1 for Victoria. Again, for this pair here, this tandem of Fredrickson and Wally Elmer setting them up, feeding them. So it was 4-1 at that point at 14:31 in the second. But then just a minute and 21 seconds later, Billy Birch gave the Tigers some life there when he scored, assisted by Red Green. So we have a 4-2 hockey game after 2. I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to mention. And we get things going here for the third period. Yes, one other thing, though. I'm making a minor adjustment here. You can't really see it, but I've decided actually, because I'm always looking to make small improvements to games that I play. This is what I do as an amateur designer as well. And I guess the reason why I've not really like released anything yet, one reason anyway, is that I'm always looking to make small improvements to games that I'm working on and existing games that I'm playing. So because I'm doing this hybrid system where I'm supplementing or replacing the like the numbers that'd be here, this here random number on the cards with instead just a 2d10. What it leaves me with is 40 cards left over because I use 60 here. I go 20 seconds per card instead of 12ish. So I have this pile of 40 unused cards. So what I've decided to do, I'm going to give a little more playing time to these teams for this game. And of course, yeah, I just figured this out now in Game 3 of a final, but I haven't played Statis Pro in a while. After the face-off, I'm going to use this much like a draw pile in dock hockey for some things in between whistles. And sometimes actually during the play as well, in the case of Doc. And so this one here, just to get a position off the face-off, like I'll just show right now. So it'll go to the right wing. I still have to roll to see which team's right wing will get it. But they're off. I'll put this one at the bottom of the pile actually to, I don't know. So you don't have to act surprised off the opening draw. So I'm going to use this one specifically just to see who the puck goes to off the draw. That way I'm not burning any time from the clock itself for the period with this pile of 60 cards here. Anyway, so maybe that is why we got a little more here through 40 in Game 3. But the Tigers, again, they're down 2 games in the series, and they're down 2 goals in this game. They have to do much like they did in the second period there. It was 2-0 after 1. It was a 2-2 period there in the second period. So the Tigers need to get a couple and hope they can prevent any more coming from Victoria. I have Victoria set to forecheck 1 for period 3. The Tigers obviously in forecheck 3. Anyway, let's get things underway here for what could be the final period here of this project, this 24-25 season. So let's see here. It's a little different now that I've got the tripod set up. We get a 27 on the face-off. I know right away that's going to be that Frank Fredrickson has won the draw. Fredrickson, and he's going to get it to the highest player value. Good variety again going within this game. It's gamey, if that makes sense. Anyway, Gord Fraser here with it off the opening draw. And Fraser, it says here to anyone, I ignore assists for the most part here with this being 24-25. Highest value for shot on goal. See, I'm going to give the puck to Fredrickson anyway. I think he's going to overlook the shot. And it's going to go back to right defenseman Frank Foyston for a shot on goal A. We'll do the honors here on a shot on goal A. Is that tilted, or it's a little harder to tell with these D10s? No, that is going to be a 3. So a 32 there for Foyston, the opening, the first shot here in the third period. And it's not going to be a shot in range. We check for the rebound. I use this here. You can't really see it too much. Or it's behind the pause button, the stop button anyway here in camera. But I use this just to track roughly, just to figure out roughly, very loosely to see when, to make a line change. Anyway, for the rebound there, it does say puck frozen face off. I think it's a bit soon to make a line change just yet. So we get, let's see here, it's 98. So this time that's going to be won by the Tigers. And let's see who to. So it says there to right wing Charlie Koch here with the puck off the face off. Third highest. This is pass the choice for shot on goal A. We got to go Billy Birch. Billy Birch, you score one of the Tigers' goals in the second period. Birch with a shot on goal A in the 6th. That's going to be a shot on goal in range. So we check again here. Very much in range. And look at that, the 91. So the Hamilton Tigers have done it here early in period 3. They've come back to within 1. Billy Birch with his second goal here of the night. Said pass to choice, and it was Koch off the draw. So we'll give Koch the assist there. And Billy Birch the goal. Billy Birch, he's got 6 shots on goal in this game, and he has a pair of goals to go with them. And we now have a 1-goal game here relatively early. Actually, given all the action in the first couple of periods, which took me an hour to play before I turned on the camera, that was one of my concerns going into this one, was that there might not be... it could actually be a bit of a dud of a period, I used the snoozer thumbnail, this guy sleeping at the airport or whatever for the third period of game 1. Anyway... because there were airports in 1925, I'm sure lots of them. Anyway, quick sip there, and we're going with we'll just leave on. I don't know, a goal. Maybe we'll change lines. Yeah, let me see how many cards we've actually gone through here. Just the 4. You know what? Let's leave these guys on the ice for a little longer. Again, they played 30 to 40 minutes a game. So here, face off here. Birch from Koch. Actually, no, sorry. One other thing I meant to do is get the exact time. So 4 cards, that's 80 seconds. I'm just going to add 12 to 60. I'm going to say a minute 12 in period 3. Billy Birch from Charlie Koch. And that 15 in the face off does mean that Fredrickson will win the draw this time. I don't think they're going to change either. They haven't. So anyway, it's puck stolen by defense with the best defensive rating, which over here for the Tigers at this point. It's going to be either Langlaw or Randall. I'll give it to Langlaw because I said his name first. And the asbestos rating, the right defenseman for a shot on goal B. So Hodge, he gives it over to Randall. He gets back to not Koch. Langlaw for a shot on goal B. He will decline that, though, and we're going to look to change lines here shortly. Right defenseman, you know what? Langlaw. Goodness, they insist on him taking a shot on goal B. And actually, given that the Tigers, they do need to up their shot production from the second period, so that's definitely not in range zone. It's going to go to the defensive right defenseman. We'll get a change in here for the Tigers, and then the forwards as well. I'll do this a little more hockey bone style. And so Frank Foist in here just before heading off ice. Up to left wing, Harry Meeking for a shot on goal A as he slithers off there. So with the 5 and the shot on goal A, so Harry Meeking, this has been kind of a story in this game. The Tigers, they just start to gain some momentum, and then the Cougars do something to sort of to keep the Tigers down, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it. So anyway, that's a shot in range, a shot on target. It's up to Forbes to make the save. Forbes with a 43, and that's a really big timely stop here to keep this a 1-goal game. So let's see here, I guess. Oh, wait, automatically is saving a face-off there on a shot on target. So Forbes, he's going to glove it and hold on to it here. And we've changed everyone out here, so let's just get a face-off where it's, let's see here, 35. That means that's going to be Jack Walker winning it. And whoops, I didn't actually get the position there, did I? So control to the left wing there. So Harry Meeking with it, Meeking, and it's going to be deflected in the stands. We'll have another face-off here anyway. So let's see here, 77 this time. So 77. That means actually Mickey Roach is going to have possession here with it off the draw. And Roach is going to get it back there to Alex McKinnon. Alex McKinnon, let's see here. Stolen by the defense, the second best defense rating. And in this case, that's going to be, we'll give it to Meeking actually because he's McKinnon's defender and it balances out because these two are -1 and Meeking is a 0 that would qualify here for second best. So let's see here. We're going to check the forechecking chart here. The attempted pass, again, it is the Cougars here in forechecking 1. So 98 here. Let's see the special action, the forechecking chart there. 98 from a forecheck 1. It says actually we have to go to the special action chart. One more roll. Pretty sure I would do a separate roll there. 53 there for the special action chart. Home team advantage. Oh, this came up in a previous game. So they have the option here to burn 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have a 10-card lull here. That is huge. In the third period, up by a goal here for the Victoria Cougars. It's huge for the Cougars, and actually there are big implications there for the Tigers as well. So I'm just going to keep the puck with Meeking. We'll assume that probably there were a couple of line changes or whatever. I'm not going to do a face-off or anything. So we'll keep the puck in Meeking's possession here. And we'll just flip another action card there after 10 cards taken away. That's like over 3 minutes of time here in the period, which is like similar to a lull in hockey blast, right? So back to the right defenseman here, Harold Halderson for a shot on goal B. He's going to decline here. We'll say we're halfway to a line change. Stolen by the defender, but we also have to check for penalty. The direct defender there is Edmund Bouchard. So we're checking for the penalty here. Let's see. The penalty, the 68, I'm pretty sure it's beyond 56. There is no penalty here. So the referees don't want to actually have, too much say in the final, what could be the final period of the final game here of the season. So Bouchard with a shot on goal A, I think, since he's gotten away with one. Oh my goodness, a 7. Had that been anybody else, let me double check here in Halderson's defense. No way. Had that been anybody else, that would be a shot on target. That's actually Bouchard's first shot all game. Bouchard, not really much of a scorer. His stats, he had 2 goals in 30 games. Had he played all 30 all season in 24-25. We flip and check for the rebound here. It says defense best defensive rating. That's going to be a tie between Lachlan and Halderson. So Halderson, being Bouchard's opposite opponent, will give him the puck here and look to get a line change in here shortly to the left defenseman Clem Lachlan for a shot on goal B. I think he's just going to take it before heading off. Not in range, but we are keeping the puck 200 feet away from the Cougars net, and let's just get a full line change in here for both sides actually. And let's see here. So and then I'm going to check for the rebound. So defensive left defenseman there. Lachlan took the shot. That means the puck will go to Cam Randall. Probably would make more sense had the other defenseman gotten the puck, but it's abstracted anyway. So let's see here. Randall with it, and it does say the big hit by the defender. We got to check and see, is there an injury with the 33? I kind of want to overlook an injury in the final game, if I'm being honest. So anyway, big hit by the defender, though. What does it say there for 33, and what's his injury rating? His injury rating is 0. And as I like to say sometimes, adding injury to insult, red-green evidently is gone here for the period. I'm just going to double check here on a couple of things here. I'll pause again. as Foyston has the worst intimidation rating of the two. We're actually going to put Foyston out for the period. Hopefully I've not interpreted that incorrectly, but I think I have everything correct now. Please correct me if otherwise you don't. Keep in mind, too, I'm playing kind of a hybrid combination here of this game. So anyway, we'll just simply... for Foyston, it's hard to say here. Again, I mean, I can probably have him on ice, and as long as the puck doesn't go to the right defenseman, I don't have to worry about it too much. Should it go to the right defenseman, I guess it's going to be double time for, it is Harold Halderson there. So anyway, Randall, I guess, still with possession, kind of, maybe sort of. Yeah, okay. When in doubt, flip another card and go. So it's going to go to Billy Birch for a shot on goal. Birch looking for the hat trick. Birch with an 0-5. Look at this, a big development here all of a sudden. Holmes here, is he able to make the save? Holmes with a 92, and look at this. Billy Birch has taken this team on his back. And here in the third period, Billy Birch, after some shenanigans there, Billy Birch has tied the game here for the Hamilton Tigers here in period 3. Birch, we're going to award the assist to left wing Red Green, the possibly there once thought injured Red Green will get the assist here on this goal. So it is Birch from Green once more, much like Fredrickson and Ulmer clicking earlier on. So suddenly Hap Holmes, he's been a brick wall throughout this series. His luck has run out a little bit. And let's see here. I'll try to maybe play a few fast action cards here, and then I'll look to do a line change. Let's get the face off here. Sorry, let's get the time of the goal as well. So do this kind of in slow motion. 3, 6, 9. I know there's going to be a better way to do this. 12, 15, 18. So we're 6 minutes in, 6:40 in, about a third of the way into the period, and the Tigers have scored twice. And whoops, I'm supposed to drop the D20 actually to work out exact time. 17. So what did I say there? 6:40. Let's say 6:37 or something like that was the time of the second goal there of this frame for the Hamilton Tigers. We get a tie game here, 4-4, and we get a face-off. And I already dropped that, actually. I don't like wasting rolls. So 44 there. 44 does mean that Fredrickson will win the draw. And we're gonna say we're up to about there now. So Fredrickson here, center for a shot on goal. Fredrickson, watch him actually pot one now. No, 43. So Fredrickson, who's up to 6 shots here in the night. And wait, that was another one for Birch too. Birch is at 7. So Fredrickson, that's not going to be a shot that's in range. Let's check for the rebound here. It says puck frozen face off. I'm going to take that as a sign that it's meant to be. And then I get another line change in here. Probably going to lean pretty heavily on the top players for every team late, especially in a tie game like this. So who knows? I thought I'd be coming on and just showing the third period, but I might have to do either an extended video for sudden death or a separate video for that. But we get here in 86. That means the Tigers have won it off the draw. Let's see who the puck actually goes to. To the center, Mickey Roach here wins it. He gets it to himself. And Mickey Roach here to the right wing. Shorty Green for a shot on goal. Shorty Green for a shot on goal. I was just thinking, I just got to thinking, now that I have those, sadly, it probably won't happen, that what if the Tigers actually came back and pulled ahead. Here, goals have been pretty hard to come by, though there's 8 of them already in this game. Anyway, this one not in range. So to the rebound we go and look, and it says defense best defensive rating. That is going to be, in this case, we're going to give it to Lachlan. Green's a direct opponent there, and Green's a guy. And stolen by the defense, the third best defensive rating. So that didn't actually, they had trouble exiting the zone with it. And the third best defense rating is, well, he's actually the only, the -2 and then not the plus. So it's going to be going to Mickey Roach. Okay, speak of the English, as all Red Sox fan would say. Anyway, to the right, so it goes back to Alex McKinnon, over to Jesse Spring, and it goes up to Mickey Roach for a shot on goal B. I think Roach is going to decline that. Roach, you have one on target earlier on. So this time we get it back to Alex McKinnon for a shot on goal A. McKinnon, who scored in the power play earlier. And McKinnon with the double O. Look at this. Could it be the Tigers again? We go over the 68. Look at that. Hap Holmes at home. Hap Holmes has stoned Alex McKinnon. He says not so fast. And we're going to get a face-off here as well. So, goodness. So Hap Holmes, he's trying to get it together. He had a couple of shaky moments there, I guess, earlier on in the period. We're going to get a face-off here now. And let's see, that's going to be a 94. That's going to be a Tigers win. So the Tigers here, whoops, I got to check position, and then I'll check that for action. Sorry. Highest player value here for the Tigers, liking the variety. Highest player value in this case is Shorty Green. Shorty Green, he's going to get it across to Edmund Bouchard for a shot on goal B. Bouchard will decline. And let's see here. So center shot on goal B, Mickey Roach. Might as well, so the chances are very slim here. But again, we've had some action here in this period for that. So Mickey Roach here, that's not going to be in range. We'll check the rebound and see if we can get in the line change as well. Offense choice for shot on goal B. Green will do the follow-up here. Oh my goodness, with the 4, look at that. Green is in range. Shorty is in range. Shorty is in range, and the 68, Hap Holmes has stoned him again. Thank goodness it's the middle of the afternoon here. So Holmes has stoned Shorty Green. Holmes has made a couple of dynamic saves. The Tigers are on fire here in the third period, but Holmes is suddenly doing a pretty good job to cool them down. Shorty Green here, I got to note, that was another shot, and that was a shot that came dangerously close to crossing the line. So we still have here a 4-all game here in the third period, and I think with that face-off, we will look to get the line change in as well. So mixing up the lines, I mean, it has worked here for the Tigers. I coach equally hard for both teams. I have them down in I had them down in 4. Come to think of it, it should be 2-2 right now for forechecking, shouldn't it? It doesn't come up all that often anyway. But again, making changes in the lineup, the Tigers have been able to generate a little more offense here, whether or not it had a whole lot to do with that. Okay, it's correlated with working. So it's going to be here, the 0-3. Sorry, one of them didn't go through the tower there initially. That means that Frank Fredrickson here has won the draw. And I did it again, didn't I? That's the first action. This is the first position. Control to the center, Fredrickson, the 5+, I ignore in 25. To the center for a shot on goal, Frank Fredrickson. Looking to put a stop to this once and for all. Fredrickson with another 43. Pretty sure that's what he had earlier. And I'm running out of space to give Frank Fredrickson shots, with that there being his 7th. Let's see, for the rebound there to the defensive right wing. That's going to go to Charlie Koch. Charlie Koch here, ushering it out of the zone. I got to roll and check for a penalty. Penalties have had an impact in this game. 46, a penalty to the Hamilton Tigers. Let's see here. So something the referees are not going to allow them to get away with. They might not be the only ones going. We look here at the 12. We consult the team penalty. I consulted the finder chart. So from 9 to 18, the higher rated, it's going to be a 2-minute minor for roughing. To the highest rated, let's see, the highest rated penalty in the ice right now is Red Green, but then Red Green's opponent penalty rating is only a 2. So the Victoria Cougars escape getting any retaliatory call there. It's going to be Red Green, who we thought was injured. Now he's just cranky. He's going to the box here for a couple of minutes in this 4-all game. That's really critical, actually, in a game like this. I will assume they want Birch and Koch. Koch isn't really a goal scorer, though, is he? Let's negate Bouchard. We're going to go Roach, Shorty Green, and this would be the best defense to have out there. Frazier, again, he's been a goal scorer. He's got 3 of them already this series, and they'll leave on who they have on. Again, these guys, some of them played close to 40 minutes a game. I'm not as worried about ice time as I would for other games and other eras. So we're going to restart it here, and what I'm going to... This happened another time. Where did all the time? Oh, yeah, the 10-card burn. That helped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is just a 2-minute minor to Red Green. So hopefully I'll remember to actually take from like this pile right here. And almost off camera there. And so we're going to, let's see here. With that 42, that does mean that Fredrickson here, shorthanded, has won the... or not shorthanded. Fredrickson on the power play has won the draw. So Fredrickson here... does he still have it? No, he gets it over to Wally Elmer. Sorry about that. That's like the 3rd or 4th time I've done that. Anyway, that's what happens when you try to improvise and make changes and try to improve games you play. So Wally Elmer here with it. It's going to go on to the center for a shot on goal. Frank Fredrickson here in the power play. He needs 42 or below. He gets 90. So Fredrickson, not a great shot. Let's see here. And... it's we're checking for the rebound here. Rebound says puck frozen in a face-off. Understandable. Jake Forbes would want to take absolutely no chances here. So off this draw with the 85, it's going to be a Tigers win this time. The Tigers see, like I remember to do it. Control to the right wing there. Shorty Green with possession. And it says here, to the right wing for a shot on goal B. Yeah, maybe ego. Maybe he wants to try for a shorty. Shorty wants to try for a shorty. It doesn't work out there. Green's 6th shot of the night. And so we look to the rebound here. The rebound does say home team left defenseman Gord Frazier there with it. Time expiring in the power play. The right wing to the left wing there. Wally Elmer with a shot on goal A here. 52 in the power play, and that's a 24. My goodness, 20 even strength. 52. This guy was a power play specialist, if ever there was one, was Wally Elmer. So, well, we got to check and see if Jake Forbes can make the big stop to keep the minute. With the 83, he cannot. So here in the third period of play, after the Tigers have muscled their way back, suddenly here, this really critical penalty that Red Green took, and it's Wally Elmer who set up Fredrickson a couple of times, and here it was Fredrickson. There was the assist bonus on top of that, so really, that was definitely in range, and then some. Wally Elmer has scored here to put the Victoria Cougars back up. We were almost to the end. That is a power play goal as well, so just add that to the pile. Might as well look and count the cards remaining. So 3, 6, That's 3 minutes. There's exactly about 4 minutes left. I guess if you want exact time, we'll do this and maybe add it to the 4. We'll say with 4:19 to go here, so 15:41 into it on the power play. It is Wally Elmer from Frank Frederickson. So Frederickson, denied, deprived to the hat trick or whatever, elects to pass it to Wally Elmer instead. And you can see it there. I guess I thought it was completely off camera, but I guess not. You can see it there. You can see it there looming. It didn't look like this in 1925. Sorry, with this channel's budget, I can't afford to get an authentic 1925 era Stanley Cup or anything that looks like it. I should look for something that looks like a cup from that era. Anyway, so we're gonna get a face-off here. Do I leave on? Yes. Actually, no, I don't. No, I don't. No, I do not. They didn't pull the goalie in 25, but one thing they would have done is absolutely loaded up here. Randall, and you know what? If it goes to the right defense, I'm going to flip it and let Alex McKinnon try to do something about it here. With just, few minutes to go here, like 4 minutes to go. So we'll leave on who we have on here. Let's just, that's not, sorry. Of course, they were just out there. No, I think the Tigers need a goal, but I think that, again, if this were real, they would probably want fresh legs on there trying to protect the lead with the Cougars, and they're going to forecheck shift down to 1 as well. So here off the face-off at center ice with the 47, that does mean... Oh, wait, they're tied now. Highest usage will win it this time. Billy Birch with it off the draw there. And let's see here. So right defenseman, left defenseman, over to left wing, Brad Green there for a shot on goal. Green, who took the penalty and wants to atone for it, but that's a 70. So Green here with his first shot of the third frame. Evidently that doesn't feel right, but oh well. Rebound, offensive left defenseman. So I could do a B+3 here. I don't. Yeah, you know what? Every opportunity you probably should. With a 26 there for Ken Randall, his second shot of the night, and it's not on target. So... It's, let's see, I guess we check for the rebound again here. We are going to look to get in a line change as quickly as possible, though. Defensive right defenseman. So Harold Halderson here with it. And Halderson, let's see, maybe one more action, and we'll look to fit in and change to the left defenseman, Clem Laughlin there for a shot on goal A. Laughlin with a shot on goal A. That's not going to be in range, but they're using up valuable time here, just trying to protect the lead. And so let's see here. We'll check the rebound, and then pending the rebound, frozen in a face-off. So again, Randall, Langlaw, but I will look to McKinnon should the puck go to Langlaw. Oh no, I have on timeout. We'll assume a timeout for Hamilton. Sure, they're allowed to do that. And if they weren't in 25, then I'm trying to remember now actually if I even saw anything in a timeout for that era. We'll assume that the Tigers do something to try to buy themselves a little time here, whereby the Cougars are going to counter with their best players as well here, their best 5 in their lineup also, I guess. So we're going to get a face-off here as well, because it did say puck frozen and a face-off there, 12. That does mean Frank Frederickson has won the draw. Frank Frederickson's going to get the puck back to Gord Frazier. And time running out here in the Hamilton Tigers season and series in this game. It's 2 left wing, Wally Elmer for a shot on goal B. Elmer elects to hold on to it. Elmer, it's going to go across to Jocko Anderson. To Frederickson here, tic-tac-toe for a shot on goal B. Frederickson, yes, let's give it a shot here. He gives the shot a shot. No, that was tilted a little bit, wasn't it? Okay, 54-17. Either way, it wasn't in range there for Frederickson. So we are, let's see here, we're going to check for the rebound here, and it says offense, right defenseman. So again, I guess technically they were on offense there, though Foyston was gone for the period, wasn't he? So we're going to look to Halderson. Hopefully I haven't played with Foyston yet. Halderson here, 2 highest assist rating to Jocko Anderson for a shot on goal A. With about a minute to go here, Jocko Anderson with the 41. So the Tigers really having trouble. Best defense is good offense. They're having trouble even exiting their own zone. And it says there, puck frozen in a face-off. So a really critical one with about 40 seconds to go. They really need to win this face-off to the Tigers and then try to tie it up if they can. 5-4 game. I will say this, though, at least we had a good period. At least we had a good game. At least the Tigers went for it in this game, even if the outcome is not, what one would have wanted, what they would have wanted. So, really, really important draw here. 57-57 means Yes, it's going to be the Tigers, actually. The Tigers with possession here. And who does Billy Birch win the puck to? It's going to go to lower value right wing or left wing. I'm assuming actually that Shorty Green is on there, but Red Green I think is the higher value than Shorty. He does by a few. So we're going to give the puck to Red Green. Should it go to the right wing, much like the right defenseman? I'm just going to flip and look. So Red Green here with it. Red Green, he gets it to Karam's off. Escape back to Kem Randall. Across to Alex McKinnon. Up to Red Green for a shot on goal. Red Green looking to tie the game here with a 91. So Green, that shot is easily handled there by Hap Holmes. And we're going to look to the rebound. They need a quick follow-up shot, but it says the defense, second best defensive rating. And there you have it. The Stanley Cup, once again, much like history, echoing history, has been won here by the Victoria Cougars. They basically, the Hamilton Tigers here in the ultimate what if, they finished in first again, just like history. They did not go on strike, however, like history. They into the playoffs they had that bye in the opening round. The Senators defeated the Canadians, which contradicts history, where the Canadians defeated the Toronto St. Pats, but then the Hamilton Tigers were able to make pretty short work of the Ottawa Senators in that 2 games total goals, and then they had hopped presumably on the train or whatever out west to play the Victoria Cougars in British Columbia, and it was just the Cougars' year, I guess. The Cougars, who I will say this too as a final, as an end note, something that I thought off the top, and I went and looked at the Detroit Red Wings history. Detroit has 11 Stanley Cups in their history. I'm completely impartial here. Detroit bought, and actually for the first few seasons, their name was the Detroit Cougars, and then it became the Falcons, and then the Red Wings. Detroit bought this team. They have at least 12 Stanley Cups, in my opinion, do the Detroit Red Wings, because that's essentially, yes, you see the Victoria Cougars, but this should be the Red Wings' first cup in history here, the first Stanley Cup. I have to look and see actually if the Cougars won any cups in the teens, but certainly since the NHL's inception, this would have been the first cup in the history of the team that eventually became the Detroit Red Wings. So though it shows that the Red Wings started winning Stanley Cups in 35 and 36, I wonder if it's ever been made actually a historic argument for the Victoria Cougars and actually counting and putting a banner up in Little Caesars Arena or whatever, for I almost wanted to say Joe Louis there, or the Olympia. All three for the Detroit Red Wings. At least we had a good game, right? It was competitive and it was close, and so the Tigers, a great season for them. They went on their historic run. They did not go on strike this time. They wanted to see if they could prove themselves. They came up a little short here in Game 3 and ultimately quite short in the series. 3-0. It was a best of 5 in 1925. So your Stanley Cup champions of the year 1925, once again, proving themselves once more. The Victoria Cougars, and any time, any consideration that you give to anything like this, well, it's never expected. It's always appreciated. Anyway, we're going to sound the final buzzer on this one. Cheers, thanks, and goodbye. Bye for now.